Welcome to day 3 of TOC Europe 2022. I have with me Volker Broek. He's the Director of Business Development at BOXBAY. Now, it's a very physically interesting product to look at. Can you tell me a bit more about BOXBAY, what it does and what it can do for port operators?
Yes, we are with BOXBAY on the market since 2019, so it's a brand new development. But it has origins from the automated warehouse thing in distribution logistics, and since a couple of decades, so it's a reliable technology. And what we try to do is to overcome some shortcomings which have been in practice from the terminal operation since almost the 80s. And that means you are currently stacking containers on top of each other in a conventional container yard. However, this is a very effective way to do storage, but at the end you're always ending up with the question, what is the container on top? And you are producing a lot of unproductive move by doing reshuffling, restacking and things like that. However, with the growing ship sizes and vessel sizes close to 26,000 TEUs, the demands for a yard becoming more effective, more reactive and more flexible is still increasing. And with our BOXBAY system, we do two very important things. We have a densification of storage capacity on the one side and of throughput performance on the other side. That means we can go up with storage capacity above 3,000 TEUs per hectare by going with a rack structure 11 stories high. And we can increase the throughput performance by having very short, narrow modules in which the stacker crane is doing the container movements. So a module width in our system is only 9.1 meters compared to any conventional block in an ASE or an RMG yard.
And so is the solution scalable? Is there any dimensions to which a minimum dimension which makes it efficient all the way up to a maximum dimension, or is it literally as large as you want it to be?
To say it in easy words, it's more or less as big as you need it. However, it's modular and scalable in any case, so it really can follow any volume growth you see in your port. So, of course, based on efforts for roof and stacker cranes, there is a minimum size which makes it economically feasible. So you can say it does not make sense to store 40 or 50 containers in an HBS. What we have in Dubai with our reference installation, which is in operation since beginning of last year and having performed more than 150,000 container movements, it is 1,300 TEUs, and this may be the lower limit for a reasonable size, maybe 2,000 TEUs, but you can then go up to installations with approximately 50,000 TEUs in one building configuration. If you go to a multi-building configuration, which may be of sense for big transshipment terminals, you can have this configuration multiple times, so there is actually no limit.
So at TOC Europe, you're looking for visitors who have a challenge on their, in terms of their efficiency of their operations, but also the available square meterage of their dockside storage space. Are you getting to meet those people this week?
Yes, we had two very successful days on Thursday and on Wednesday, because we are actually addressing targets in the operations of our customers, which is adding space and capacity and improve the efficiency. Because one thing I have not yet mentioned is, of course, we have each container in a single compartment. So it is not necessary to do any reshuffling in a stack. So we have a direct access at any time to any container. And so at the end you can sum up who is one who can take a lot of benefits from our solution is somebody who is looking to increase capacity, either storage or throughput in a given space, or to increase his operations with a very limited land usage, additional land usage. And on the other side, everybody who is looking for full automated, safe work and efficient operation. And what comes on top of it is gaining importance through the last decade is sustainability, because you must imagine we have an enclosed building. This is not with a roof, wall and cladding, because it's a demonstration system as well, because you will not hide the operation, because it has to be introduced visually to anybody who's not familiar with warehouse operations. But normally it's closed, so we keep noise emissions inside. There's no need for light because the machines run in the dark. They don't need light like any other operator of a crane or a container truck. And at the end, you receive an unoccupied space on the roof of the building, which is ideal for the application of solar panels. And here it comes, we did analysis if we run a typical 1 million TU operation through the key, supported by the HBS. That means for different locations, like for example Los Angeles or Long Beach, they will have an additional energy surplus, which is 3 to 4 times more the energy we are consuming in our system. So it's more than zero CO2. If you go with green energy, we can have a positive energy balance as well.
I can see why your stand has been so busy this week. So it was a very interesting talk with you, Volker. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for talking to us about your products here at TOC Europe.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.